Hello guys, welcome back to Patricia Johnson Lifestyle Channel, and today I'll be bringing to you a very powerful and potent hair recipe for rosemary and clove oil. Now, to begin this DIY recipe or oil, we are gonna need some rosemary. We have here about 4 stalks of rosemary leaves. You can use like a cup of dried rosemary leaves if you don't have the fresh rosemary leaves. But today I'm using the fresh rosemary leaves, and I will be using some dried cloves, which is I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of cloves. Now, the other ingredients that I'll be using the extra virgin olive oil, and I'll be using this as my carrying oil, and this oil will carry all the goodness straight to your scalp and through your hair. You can also use coconut oil. If you don't have the olive oil, you can also use jojoba oil or any oil of your preference, but I prefer to use the olive oil, which is the extra virgin olive oil, guys, as my carrying oil. Now, the method that I'll be using, I will be blending the rosemary and the cloves into 1 cup of olive oil. So you'll need your blender. So I have my blender right here. So you'll need a blender. You're also going to need a fine sieve, whichever one you need. And also you're going to need a mason jar or any dark glass jar to store your oil in when you're done making it. Okay, I also have here my funnel and also my applicator bottle. So you're gonna need these to apply your oil to your scalp. So let's just get right into preparing our rosemary leaves. And as I said, guys, you can also use the dried rosemary leaves if you don't have the fresh ones like I do. So we will just pull them back. This is the easiest way to get the rosemary leaves off the stem. You just pull them right back like this if you don't have those fancy things to pull them back. And trust me, guys, it smells so good. I always love smelling rosemary. It is so good. And also the cloves, guys, has a very nice smell. You can even use these to infuse and make any kind of air freshener around your house or anything like that, because as soon as they begin infusing, the scent, oh man, it's beautiful. So guys, we're gonna pull these back and get off all the leaves from off the rosemary stem, and then we're gonna put them in the blender with 1 cup of olive oil to begin. So guys, yes, I've finished pulling all my leaves, and I should remind you guys, make sure that all your containers that you're using are dried, clean and dried, because of the oil. You don't want to get any water into your oil base. You don't want to get water in it, so avoid any wet items. Make sure everything is clean and dry. So now guys, I'll be adding this to my blender, and here I'll be adding the rosemary leaves, and we add in everything. Your rosemary leaves should be washed and dried before you actually put it in the blender, because you don't want to wash it and then add it, because the water, you're trying to avoid any water going in to your oil, into your oil to pop up on you. So now we add 1 tablespoon. I'm going to add another tablespoon of this lovely cloves into this mixture. And guys, trust me, this smells so good. I might just touch it up a little bit more. So cloves, as you know, is very powerful. Very powerful. Both ingredients are very powerful. Now I'm gonna add 1 cup of my carrying oil, which is going to be the olive oil. Now this is a half a cup measure, so I'm going to put 2 of this into the blender and then add another one to make it to be 1 cup. Now guys, it's up to you. Sometimes you don't even have to judge these things because it's all goodness. So it's just to give a measurement, just an approximate measurement as to how much oil we're going to put. We could add more oil as well. And then I'm going to just close this and take it to be blended. Now you just want to blend this for about 45 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds until it has, you know, some chunks of roughness. So I'm just going to take it to the blender and come and be right back. Okay guys, so this has been blended, as I said, for 45 seconds, just approximately. Wow. And you're gonna see it looking, you know, brown, because from the cloves, it's gonna get a brownish, greenish look from the cloves and the leaves. So now I'm gonna pour this into this jar right here, and I'm going to add it to my boiling water, and I'm gonna use the double boiler method just to get out all the goodness, all of the goodness. So some of the cloves were stuck in the bottom, so you just want to clean the blender. And like I said, I'm going to use the double boiler method, and I'm going to add more oil to this as well. I also have some black seed oil that I'm going to use some of this inside of my mixture as well. But I'm just going to add a little bit more olive oil, some more olive oil into this. Just maybe another half a cup of olive oil. And then I'm going to take it to my boiling water, and I'm going to put this in there and let it seep to get out some more of the, you know, nutrients from the rosemary leaves and from the cloves, and just get it infused. Now our next step, guys, is to take the blended ingredients, and right here I have a pot of steamed water. So you need to be about 2 inches water, and you want to just have it steamed, and you're gonna set this. Make sure it's in a heat safe jar. So you're gonna set this in your boiler, and the reason for using this is to slowly release these goodness out of the cloves and the rosemary leaves. So you don't want to burn your oil, so you put it in this way to just slowly release some more flavors and goodies out of the rosemary leaves and from the cloves into the oil. So using this method will slowly do the trick. And then you want to keep stirring occasionally, because you don't want to get it too hot. You don't want your oils to fry up. So you just want it to slowly release it. And that's why we're using this method. Just warm. Now I'm gonna pour some black seed oil in this mixture. So here's my black seed oil. I'm just gonna pour some. I'm not really judging the measurement. Maybe 2 tablespoons or somewhere there of black seed oil. And I just gonna add this to this whole mixture. So guys, also the reason I'm using this jar too, because it has this handle on it, and I don't want to, you have to use something with a handle so you can hold while you're stirring the oil into this. So guys, I'm back at it now. So this has been for about 30 minutes. So you can let this be, because it's so, you don't want to let the heat be too high. It has to be on low heat. So it will take a little bit longer to just release all the herbal properties from the rosemary leaves and from the cloves. So guys, it will take you about 30 to 40 minutes to release all the goodness out of this powerful herbs. And you can smell the rosemary. So as you can see, it's not smoking or anything. It's just warming up nicely. The steam that you're seeing, it's coming from the water, the hot water. So it's going to take you about 30 to 40 minutes just to get this infused, all the goodness. And after that, we're going to take it to our strainer and strain this off. So you just have to keep stirring constantly, or occasionally you stir it, not really constantly, but occasionally you would continuously stir it. So guys, this is after 30 minutes, and this is what it looks like. So you can see it has a brownish greenish look, and the oil is, warm, very, very warm, and you can smell the aroma. Nice. So now I'm gonna leave this to cool down, and I'll come right back and do the straining of the oil. Yes, guys, so this is it after the cooling down process. This is what it looks like in the jar. And so I'm gonna strain this now. Yes, guys, so this is it. Beautiful. And then you're gonna store it in your mason jar. So I have my mason jar here. If you feel it might need another straining, you can go ahead, but this is quite fine. For me, there's some residue at the bottom, from the cloves. So again, you can just, but this is pretty much I was gonna use a funnel, but this is okay. And I'm just gonna use a smaller strainer and just get this into the mason jar. Okay, so there you have it. And you can just store this in a cool, dark area. You can also add a little of this to your conditioner if if you like. When you're washing your hair, you can add a little of this just to help with the detangling of your hair as well. So there you have it, guys. This is our rosemary oil. So guys, if you really like this video, please remember to try this DIY oil for your hair and let me know in the comments below how was it on, how did you find it, on your hair. And if you like this video, just remember to like, comment, drop a comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.